You know that feeling, right? You walk into a room and bam, this wave of social anxiety just hits you. Your tongue feels tied, you feel awkward, maybe even a little invisible. We have all been there. But what if I told you that charisma, that ability to connect with anyone, isn't some magic you're born with? Nope, it's a skill. It's a set of techniques. So let's open up the social playbook and see how it's done. This quote right here, this is the absolute heart of the entire philosophy. It's all about a fundamental shift in your mindset. Are you the person who's focused on yourself, kind of making a grand entrance? Or are you the person who makes other people feel seen, acknowledged, and important?
So, which one is it going to be? The techniques we're about to jump into are the keys to becoming that second person, the one who walks in and makes someone else's day by saying, there you are. These are the real, practical steps to building genuine connections. And it all starts before you even say a single word. All right, first up, those first 10 seconds, they are absolutely crucial. Because what you do before you even open your mouth, that's what really sets the stage for everything that comes next. Just look at these numbers. They're kind of wild, right? Your body language and the tone of your voice make up 80% of a first impression. 80. Your nonverbals are literally your opening statement. So let's make them count. First tool in the playbook, the flooding smile. Now, this isn't your standard automatic grin. By pausing for just a split second, you're really looking at them, taking them in. The smile that follows feels way more genuine, like it was made just for them. It has credibility, and it makes the other person feel incredibly special. Next, we've got sticky eyes. I want you to imagine your eyes are literally glued to theirs with warm, stretchy taffy. Yeah, it sounds a little weird, but stick with me. This technique communicates deep interest and respect. When you hold that eye contact, even for a second after they finish talking, it sends this powerful message. What you're saying and who you are is completely captivating. And here's a quick but super important one. Limit the fidget. Constantly touching your face, wiggling around, squirming, it subconsciously screams nervousness, maybe even dishonesty. Stillness, on the other hand, that signals confidence. It makes you seem way more credible. It's such a simple change, but it has a massive impact. Okay, so you've nailed the nonverbals. Your body language is open, confident, and welcoming. Now what? What do you actually say? Let's get into how to break the ice without that horrible, dreaded, awkward silence. We all know the classic, so what do you do? Ugh, it can feel like a job interview, right? It just puts people on the spot. Now, compare that to the playbook way. How do you spend most of your time? This is a total game changer. It's more gracious, it's way more open-ended, and it lets people talk about their passions or their hobbies or their work, whatever they want to share. Trying to break into a conversation that's already going, that can be really intimidating, but there's a simple 4-step plan. You just kind of sidle up to the group, listen in to get some context, and then wait for a natural pause. Then you use the magic key. Excuse me, I couldn't help but overhear. It's polite, it's direct, and trust me, it works almost every single time. So you've broken the ice. Awesome. But how do you keep the conversation from just fizzling out? Well, the secret isn't about being a brilliant talker. It's about becoming a phenomenal listener. This next one is all about a huge mindset shift. I want you to picture a giant Hollywood-style spotlight in every conversation. Most people are fighting to keep that spotlight on themselves, but a master conversationalist, they do the exact opposite. They turn it and they keep it on the other person. And here's the beautiful paradox. The more you focus on them, the more fascinating they find you. A really simple tool to keep that spotlight aimed in the right direction is called parroting. Look at the example. You just repeat the last few interesting words they said, but with a questioning tone. It's a totally effortless way to get them to tell you more and keep their story going. And you don't have to scramble trying to think of the next thing to say. And really, this is the bottom line. We learn and grow so much more by listening than we do by talking. When you make someone feel truly heard, you become the person they remember, the one they want to connect with again. Being a great listener isn't passive at all. It's the most active and powerful social skill you can possibly have. Every conversation, no matter how amazing, has to end. And let's be real, this can be the most awkward part of the whole thing. So let's cover the final play, how to make a graceful exit that leaves a positive, lasting impression. The person you're talking to is always sending signals. You just have to know what to look for. If you see these nonverbal cues, they take a little step back, their eyes start darting around the room, their body turns away, that's a huge sign that the conversation is winding down. Noticing these things shows you're socially aware.
And it works the same way for verbal cues. When the conversation shifts back to that kind of logistical small talk, like asking about your plans for the rest of the night, it's usually a polite signal that it's time to wrap it up. Don't miss that hint.
And when it is time to go, you don't need some big, complicated excuse. All you need is a simple, effective script, just like this one. It's warm, it's polite, and it ends the whole thing on a really positive note, leaving the door open to connect again. So, here's the big takeaway. Social interaction isn't some test that you pass or fail. It's an opportunity to learn, to connect, to practice. This isn't a rigid rulebook, it's a playbook. So the only question left is, are you ready to play?